I used to be absolutely terrified of flying. The idea of being trapped in a giant metal tube hurtling through the sky at hundreds of miles per hour was one my brain couldn't quite reconcile, despite all the statistics that quite rightly show it's technically the safest way to travel. As my full-time job now has me travelling all over the world, I was forced to get over that fear rather quickly, but to this day, I still get nervous before a flight. In a year where the majority of us have been trapped at home, however, Microsoft Flight Simulator feels like a liberation. The whole world, literally, in stunning detail, entirely at your fingertips. It is not only a technical marvel, but also a terrifyingly deep simulator, but with none of that real-world anxiety of actually being in a plane. Instead, there's a different kind of anxiousness at play here, but I'll get into that. Microsoft Flight Simulator as a franchise is 38 years old, older than me, but has been for the most part left on the shelf since its last lackluster release in 2012 with Microsoft Flight, a free-to-play version that was arguably universally disliked. This latest release has been developed in partnership with French studio Asobo and is frankly a staggering achievement of technology. Of course, the visuals have certainly been a wow moment since the initial reveal trailer at E3 2019, and while Flight Simulator isn't the first game to utilise satellite imagery, weather pattern data and photogrammetry, the combination of these tricks is staggeringly realistic. There are real jaw-dropping moments to be had here, from flying over the well-known cities and landmarks, powering through all-encompassing storms, to seeing your hometown recreated in-game. From a gameplay perspective, I have to be very clear here, and this is where that different kind of anxiousness sets in. Flying in this game is incredibly detailed, just like the world that they've created, but make no mistake, this is a simulator. While they've provided numerous assists to make the game relatively easy to pick up, be warned that this game is incredibly deep. The closest I've got to this sort of title was Elite Dangerous, but Flight Simulator had me crashing my plane into the ground shortly after takeoff regularly on the normal difficulty. If you're not into simulators or planes in any way, you may find the complexity and depth Flight Simulator offers off-putting. But if you can get the hang of things to get off the ground, there's a lot to enjoy here. For the hardcore sim pilots out there, this game really does go all out. It is frighteningly realistic at times, with lists to check, taxi to the runway before takeoff, detailed flight plans, the works, all before you even get up into the air. Once you're up there, the whole world awaits, meaning you can really go through that long haul 10-hour plus flight from the comfort of your desk. The game supports a myriad of control schemes, from my aging X52 hot ass, my Elite Series 2, or just a mouse and keyboard. If you really do want the full experience, a flight stick is absolutely the way to go. In order to make the game more approachable, you can automate a lot of the realities of flight, delegating them to your invisible but always helpful co-pilot. This allows the more casual among us to pick a place and just go there, soaking in the sights. I found myself creating lists of places I've been to in real life just to see what they look like in game. If you're new to the genre and really want to learn the ropes, the game offers a detailed training section, with individual sections separated out into things like general flight, taking off, landing, cruising, and so on. There's also some excellent landing challenges and trials to complete, taking you to some of the most challenging runways in the world. There's even leaderboards to fight for supremacy on for those of us who have to be the very best. Bush runs are another activity that provide a little structure for the newcomer. These involve some remote locations and flying by compass and landmarks to get to a specific destination. There are a decent number of real-world planes to choose from single-engine propellers to terrifyingly complex passenger jets. You can fly from thousands of real-world airports to anywhere you want, and can choose the route, the time of day, and the weather for your journey, be it real-time, or if you fancy a challenge, a massive simulated storm. Can I talk about the weather for a moment? As a Brit, this is second nature to me, but the real-time weather in this game is an achievement all of its own. Snow, rain, sun, tremendous thunderstorms, it's all here, and even more amazingly can be turned on or off with a click of a button mid-flight. It's the kind of thing that will have you calling for anyone, to just come and witness what you've got on your screen. It's that good. However, those of you looking for more game here will be left wanting. This is frankly the biggest sandbox in the world by virtue of being, well, the world, and the best moments can be had by picking a departure and arrival point, picking a plane, and just going there. Ever wanted to fly next to the pyramids or through the Grand Canyon? You can! If you're looking for more structure or a campaign of sorts, outside of those landing challenges and the bush trials, you'll be left wanting. Not only does the game pull in real-world weather data to simulate, it also pulls in all the real planes out there, meaning you're not alone in the skies. There's also a well-thought-out multiplayer element that creates one shared world, meaning that not only you and the real-world simulated traffic are up there, but everyone else is up there too. You can lock yourself away via groups, so the whole planet only has you and your friends up there too. It's very cool. This is not a particularly forgiving game, and for folks out there that want to see just how good it can look on your screen at home, you may find yourself unable to penetrate the heart of the simulation that lies underneath this beautifully crafted fuselage. And that's okay. Not every game can be made for every player out there. There is an enormous amount of enjoyment to be had in just exploring, and that speaks to me in a way not a lot of games have over the years. Cruising at 30,000 feet with the hum of the engine, the rattle of turbulence, and the world below my feet, available in a way it has never been, is absolutely worth sending a postcard home about. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button and stay tuned to Xbox Era for more. See you next time.